Hello, my name is Joanna Corona, and today I'll be talking to you all about my Capstone project. I had the opportunity to intern for the San Bernardino Sheriff's Department Inmate Services Unit. The three facilities that participated in providing programming to individuals that were incarcerated, who were due to be released within the next year, who were either court-ordered or volunteered, were from Glen Helen Rehabilitation Center, which was the main jail. We interns provided programming, as well as the High Desert Detention Center and West Valley Detention Center. The group that I and 5 other interns facilitated was called Trauma Recovery and Family Relations, or for short, parenting classes. This group focused on 6 different topics or sessions that we revised the term. Within each session, we had the opportunity to address past and present trauma that participants in group were facing in their life that might have some impact on how they parent today, how they were parented as children, as well as how they dealt with their trauma growing up. That might have led them to where they're currently at. The manual that was presented to me and my colleagues in the beginning of the year had no recent research on incarceration, trauma, and how it affects not only the individual, but also the family dynamic. In addition, there was no clear guide on how to facilitate the group. So our role as a group was to focus on current research, add activities, as well as revise the session so other interns could have a clear understanding of what they were going to talk about and what was expected for the group to discuss and work on. My session focused on why parenting matters, where we discussed parents who were incarcerated and talked about how that can affect a child's development, both emotionally, physically, and developmentally, and attached an attachment with them later on in life. We spoke about helpful tools to approach different situations with their children and spoke a little bit about myths on parenting. We had the opportunity to do some role plays on how to spend time with their children and talk to them about situations that might be difficult. I was placed at West Valley Detention Center, where the agency directed me to a specific unit that they thought would benefit from this program. And within that unit, deputies made an announcement about the group. I had 16 male individuals, predominantly Hispanic, 1 Caucasian, 1 mixed race, and 1 African American by the end of the 4-week group. However, only 13 participants were able to participate in this study due to 2 of them adding the course late and who were unable to receive the pre-test, and 1 participant was Spanish speaking only. So if you look at the first chart that is here presented, you can see that these are the 10 questions that were asked to my participants. And the next one below shows a bar graph of each participant's pre and post tests that you can see side by side. So majority had significant gain of knowledge, while 5 only showed no increase, and 1 participant who scored perfect both times. One recommendation for future research would be that for the pre and post test to be given at each facility ahead of time, since there were only the other 2 facilities were unable to collect any data. Another would be the extended class time in group to avoid having to rely on participants to read material that was not covered, which was done here in my group. We were unable to cover everything within our session, so we relied on them to read the rest of their session on their own time, which you can see within the chart that those specific questions had no gain of knowledge. All in all, there was a gain of knowledge within this study. Programming is seen as a highlight for the participants and were very eager to want more. Our group would focus not only on how to be better parents, but provided tools on how to be more efficient in their parenting as well as in their daily lives. A copy of the manual was left for the facility to make copies for the future interns to help guide them for the years to come. Thank you so much for your time. This capstone was an amazing experience.